I'm here back with the final episode of Scarlet Nexus for today. We're continuing on. We're going to start Phase 8.
I'm tired. I should rest a while. Do you guys have a minute? We need to talk about what we should do next.
We were talking about either going to Togetsu or Seiron.
Yeah, but I don't think there's much difference between Seiron and New Himuka. Especially when I think about those ampules. That's why I'm thinking about reaching out to Togetsu.
Does that mean our only option is defecting to Togetsu?
No, we're not just going to be running away. I have no idea what kind of place it is after all. All I know is that it's an independent religious state, and that they may have information Suo and Seiron don't. Unlike my father and brother, I've grown up not knowing what this government, what this country is really like. Even now, there's probably more I don't know about this place than I do. That's why I want to find out. I just want to do whatever gives us the best chance to learn something new. What do you guys think?
I agree. The hideout might be safe, but nothing would change if we just sat here and held our breath. Besides, Togetsu's isolation means a lower chance of being attacked by Suo or Kasane on Seiron's behalf.
I don't know what kind of place it is, but it might be worth checking out.
I don't mean to make this a case of process of elimination, but I doubt we can get any more information from Suo or Seiron. Besides, as someone looking to uncover this country's secrets, I'm intrigued by Togetsu. It might also give me a chance to learn my brother's true intentions.
Actually, there is something I remember about Togetsu. A while back ago, my uncle had mentioned about a deal he had made with them for work.
You mean the OSF hospital?
Yeah. Even though it's an independent city, they apparently have normal business transactions. What is it that they were dealing? I think he said food and medical supplies, although I'm not sure if it's still going on to this day.
It's likely that there's more to the deal than that.
Scotty's probably about
OSF
6
hospital
foot.
is
Okay,
involved.
we'll be up
We're
first.
sure
But
be
one
connected to
person
power research or
who I do
metamorphosis
think from
technology.
Big Brother 20 would be
Is it
good
just me,
on the channel
or
is
does Togetsu
Scotty
seem a little
Salt.
fishy?
We have to accept a
Scotty's
certain level
probably
of
about
danger.
6 foot,
As they say, nothing ventured,
170
nothing
pounds,
gained.
But he's one of the most
Yeah,
athletic
I think so
people.
too. Thanks for remembering
Now, on
something
Big
so
Brother 20,
important,
I'll give
Hanabi.
that. Scotty.
We'll be able to keep an eye out for that now.
Scotty can just do it
You're
all.
coming,
He's not, obviously he's not
To
that
Togetsu?
strong.
I mean... Of course. Whatever deals my uncle had with them have nothing to do with me. And if they're doing something bad, we'll just take them out.
I'm not sure we should go there looking to pick a fight.
Figuratively speaking. I'm glad you'll be coming with us, Hanabi. You make people feel so warm inside. What? Really? Like, I set the mood for the group?
More like Togetsu is in the middle of snow-covered mountains.
What? You're after my pyrokinesis?
Well, Commander, I guess we know our platoon's goal now.
Yeah, you're right. Let's move out. Our next destination is Togetsu.
He had no mountain. It's all snow.
Fuck's this? 1,500 away?
Colder than I thought.
I don't even know if this was worth it to even save there, but whatever. I guess I'll go and listen to podcasts again.
I really enjoyed the fire tokens. In the beginning of the season, it felt interesting to me, even though some people were skeptical. And of course, extortion is amazing.
everyone.
What the hell?
Yeah, no.
Like, they have basically amounted to nothing. It felt like I wasted my time. It felt like I felt like I gave you guys the benefit of the doubt. Everyone else was telling me the fire tokens were gonna be dumb, but I was like, you know, this is kind of interesting. Who are they gonna leave it to? You know, where are these going? Fire token management is a thing, and then nothing. They just amounted to basically nothing.
Hey, Taryn, if you feel like that you got taken for a ride, imagine how Nick Wilson felt on day 36 when his 6 fire tokens amounted to being able to get 75% of being able to make Ben have a 30% disadvantage in the challenge.
Yeah, 8 fire tokens for that. I mean, I hear as well. It feels like the contestants got tricked into caring about fire tokens, but that wasn't the show's intention. And definitely going back on the rewatch when you're watching Sandra give up her whole game for 2 fire tokens, which again are going to become a quarter of Ben's disadvantage in a challenge. You're like, ouch. Ouch, are they playing the contestants? But that's not their intention. I mean, you can say the word economy as many times as you like, but this was not that. There was no consistency, there was no objectivity, there was no transparency or really thought given to it.
Oh, fuck.
Any fun that we had with it, Denise's move, extortion, was because the cast is great. And they gave us fun moments with it, but the actual mechanism was flawless, and it was such a letdown at the end. Well, I remember, because I think, Rob, we did the voicemails before the penultimate episode. We're like, where is this gonna go? What's it gonna be? And it, you know, nothing. So, that's a con.
And then, just to be fair, like, they actually did have value to the people on the edge of extinction. To the actual players in the game, they were bupkis.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Michelle has a lot in life. It reminded me that I am loved. Like, yes, but it was not an economy. Like, I actually think I was enjoying them picking how many points to sell it for from the edge. I think they should have just done that the whole time, because that gives them a decision of like how much they think people can pay for it. That gives it more of like an objectivity when they do that through the whole game. But to like mix and match with now it's 1, now it's 2, now it's 6, now you decide like why and when. It was frustrating how bad it was, and it's something we've tried to workshop since. How can this work with things like more objectivity? I will say, I don't think US Survivor has the time. I don't think there's any version of this that we can kind of, even like a good version of it, that really can come across in 40 minutes. Maybe like Survivor South Africa 55 minutes could take something like this. Yeah. But I don't think US Survivor could even do well with the best of fire tokens based on the time.
It just wasn't balanced for me. It's just like, if you're going to introduce a concept like this, it needs to be properly balanced. It was absolutely not even remotely balanced. Really disappointed, because I think it could be interesting.
Oh, well, this is the wrong way then, right?
Really well with Garnets, there's something.
Genius is so much smarter than Survivor.
Yeah,
they know what they're doing.
But it's also like the Genius is like what? Almost like it feels like it's 10 years old at this point. They did this like basically what, like 7 years ago, and you can't figure this out. Come on, just watch the Genius. They got it.
Yeah, there's so many things where you're like, okay, production, if I were to ask you why, could you give me a reason? Why does Sarah have to pay for an idol, but go to the other camp at night to get it? And like, the answer would be shrug emoji. Like, no one else has to do that. Like, where is the thought in any of this? It just felt completely random, and it would have been nice if there was like some, like for their economy, if there was a measured inflation to this with some sort of ultimate payoff for people who were actually in the game of Survivor. Would have been a lovely thing. But look, we had our fun because of the cast. It was a letdown, for sure. It was over their head of how to create the piece of work.
And I think the best parts of the fire tokens came up in the extortion episode where, Tony has to collaborate with other people to be able to try to get fire tokens. And I do think that maybe there is an idea there of like, okay, get an immunity idol in the game for 5 fire tokens. Nobody themselves has 5 fire tokens, so okay, like 2 or 3 other people to go in with you and pool your fire tokens to be able to work together to form a coalition to be able to use your power and use your fire tokens, but that just wasn't there. And this ends up just between with complicating like some of the worst stuff in the season of like, you know, the Wendell and Yule tribal councils where we're trying to extort not extort, but like you give me a fire token and I'll give you fire tokens. It's just like we're spinning our wheels.
Yeah. No, I would agree, especially because it ended up being so meaningless and it felt like the contestants were getting tricked. That, you know, especially on that, like, selling 2.0 fire tokens led by Yule, I think, and Wendell, like, they were all, you know, very token focused. That's like a very gamey tribe, and tokens were such a huge part of it. I'll work with you, give me a token, or will you give it to me now, will you give it to me later? Ironically, Sandra's going home on the other tribe because of it, but it just, yeah, it honestly, in the rewatch, feels like the show is like that meme of the producers laughing at them, being like, you're throwing away your whole game for what you're gonna end up pulling on rice on day 30 whatever.
Do you know what kind of religion it is?
So, yeah, I would agree that's a con.
And to tie this back to the tribal council questioning of it all, like there's one of the tribal councils,
this far from
Jeff is just asking them about what does it mean that there's fire tokens in the game. Sarah, how does it feel to know that there's fire tokens? Like, oh, wow. And we're talking about like doing like a press conference bluster about the fire tokens, which don't even matter.
Yeah, that's like the worst on the worst. That's like bad deception. We don't want fire tokens, we don't want to talk to tribal council, and we absolutely don't want to talk to tribal council about fire tokens.
You would think the fact that New Himuka allows them to govern themselves
I
must
really
mean
feel like
they aren't that big.
This was a big thing, though, that with the pandemic, I think we would have gone right back to the well with the fire tokens, and I really am feeling, and I could be dead wrong about this, that I don't think fire tokens are a big part of Survivor 41.
I mean, they shouldn't have tried it out with the winners. They should have tried it out beforehand. If it didn't work, don't give it to the winners. If it remotely works, like Edge of Extinction did in season 38, we let the winners evolve it. Because that was what the point of putting Edge of Extinction early was, right? To like test it for the winners, and then it went so terribly wrong, and they were like, great, this will work. But they should have done that for fire tokens and try to like ascertain if this had worked in any way before throwing it into such a packed season without knowing for sure that it would work when it didn't. So, I mean, I have a similar con to this, if you're willing to. I mean, it's just a small one, but it's like adjacent. Something that like I know that people are upset, or something that maybe it prevents it from being top tier for people is like other modern twists that, you know, for a modern season they'll just never compare to the old season. Something like new jury format, like, you know, a lot of idols, fire making it for something I'm obviously negative on. For me, like my defense of that would be like, this is the game now, you know, like
I wasn't change that. Not
like modern season or have a top tier because it has these inbuilt new mechanisms that I don't really like fire making in Final Four. Then I just don't like the show anymore, and I just like the show. So that would be my defense of people who are like, but it had fire making and stuff. Also, all of this was lessened by the Edge, which is like huge compared to the, you know, and then Tony had the OP thing to fight against the Edge, but it became like fairer in that way when up against this like Goliath that was the Edge. So for me, it doesn't take away too much from it, and as well, like the cast do everything they can with these twists, most emotional fire making, like really good TV, fun idol finds, fun final tribal council. So like I was enjoying it, even though it's things I don't agree with in the game.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same page.
You know, since we're here, let me add a pro that you mentioned the Final Four fire making here in this season with Tony and Sarah, and look, I understand that Tony and Sarah are not everybody's favorite alliance of all time. Like a message heard from people who say that that's one of the reasons why they don't like this season. They don't like seeing the alliance of the two police officers. But I will say that I feel like that this relationship is very earned over 3 seasons together, and really, you know, 2 together, and in Mood Changers, ultimately, you know, Sarah wins with sort of like playing like vicariously, like with the spirit of Tony in Survivor Game Changer. That relationship between them where the ebb and the flow of when Tony votes out Sarah, votes out Sophie, and then they get back together, and then they go to that Final Four fire making, and like, you know, they're getting like choked up, and Tony more so than Sarah, like before they even do the Final Four fire making. And after she loses, Tony's crying, he can't look at her, and just the way that they are going to, like, go up against each other, like, that's powerful. Like, you don't get that in every season of Survivor, and so I think that's really one of the most emotional moments that we've had through the 40-season countdown.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's something really special about it, and it's, again, it's built on the history that they have, and it's I think a reminder that these are real people with real emotions, real attachments, and it's so interesting because they both had their perspectives on like how this was gonna go, and you know the fact that Sarah was like, hey, if I get screwed because of this move you made, and like and
never talked to you again.
Yeah, and there's so much there, and like, you know, it's obviously not what Tony wanted, but in a way it's what he set up, and you know, like even if it hadn't gone that way, it probably would have ended in a somewhat similar way, right? So, you know, it's a great moment. I think that that when we get to these sorts of things, it's another thing that it can't exist quite on the same level in a regular season. Because these people who've known each other for 39 days might be emotional about the fact that, you know, they're you know, having to go against each other in the end. There's something cool about that. That's the premise of the show. But when you're able to get a moment where you have the people who have now been friends for years, who have played before, who have worked together before, and there's a much stronger bond in them, and they're so brutally devastated by what they're having to do, but also he wins. And, you know, there's that mixed emotion of like there is one winner, and it's not like he's gonna give it up for her. He's just sad that it has to be that way. And she is ultimately taken out by her closest ally and friend in the game. You know, they were able to help each other get there. There's so much there. And I do think that, yeah, at least from my perspective, I feel like these moments do get taken for granted at times. Because we do get so wrapped up in fire tokens, edge of extinction, how predictable was the season, what was the edit like. You know, we don't always talk about these human moments, and it's really, really compelling to me, at least, to watch them. And I think that you know, maybe when you're outside of the like super analytical viewpoint of watching these shows, I do think these are the kinds of things that play really well with a more casual audience, that they do care a lot about these kinds of things, and I think this is a moment that really, really plays well on the season, and it's definitely a highlight.
Oh, whoa, where did we get that much money from?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, and the fact that they are police officers, that, and I totally understand that there are lots of reasons why police officers are not necessarily popular figures, and there's you know, lots of things that need to be reformed about police work in general. The idea that they are police officers, and my father was a police officer for 27 years. The idea of like the partnership between two police officers, like it's different than like a lot of other professions where that they look at each other like as like a person that has like the other person's life in their hands, and so to have that sort of like a partnership that got them there, and then they're going up against each other, like I think that that's also like a very meaningful part of their story of this alliance, which was formed in the Philippines some, 5-6 years earlier, like has come to fruition in the distance in this game, and they did have each other's backs in this game, with the exception of the Sophie vote, where Tony turned his back on Sarah and ultimately culminates in this fire-making challenge. It's just a really powerful, emotional story.
Yeah, that'll get you as a TV moment when she leaves and she's like, ooh, like that, yes, he's been in 6 years, and as people as we're saying that love the legacy of the show, there's a lot there. I mean, I'm not a big Sarah Lucina fan, but I'm a fan of them. I feel like Cody elevates her where I'm really interested in this dynamic, and I think that is incredible. The fire making is just absolutely a highlight of the season. There's a lot of character moments that are highlights without necessarily needing to be gameplay. Adam and the podium idol would be an example. And I think there's a Mandela effect with Cody and Sarah because they've now run Winners of War together. I think they were compared a lot to Nat and Jeremy, and I don't think it was that. Nat is Jeremy's kid's godmother coming into the show, and all we've learned of them playing together is Nat's revenge of Jeremy and their incredibly close bond. What we knew and what the players knew, I think more importantly about Cody and Sarah was he screwed her, he screwed a pre-merge alliance with her and Cagayan, she played without him. There's been some good stuff out of the show, but also some extreme beef. I don't think people knew that this was that type as something like Nat and Jeremy. I think that plays into their hands. I think early on, the fact that the Colin is obsessed with keeping box involved, taking up players like Amber and Tyson allows them to slip under the radar. And they're even having things like, oh, I can't talk to you, because people will see that as threatening. Imagine if Nat and Jeremy were well, we can't talk, it would be fruitless because, it's not blood, but it's pretty close to Jeremy. So I think there's a difference there that goes a little missing, that we now see is different because Cody and Sarah end up being this version of Cody and Sarah who run Winners of War, but that wasn't necessarily a exception, especially from the other players to begin Winners of War. And that is also a credit to them because I think that they do well with that to lessen their threat level as a duo. But I have this in a larger pro of player journeys.
Okay.
Which I think we can talk through. I mean, there's so many, you touched on Ben, Taryn, and that's going to be controversial that I love the quit. I loved it. There was so much here, kind of a different pro I had about things that are beyond the game, things that are, winners who have different win conditions have been talked about a lot because they've won. And for Ben, the fact that, in the rewatch especially, it builds quite beautifully when he's talking about how he hasn't got any fire tokens from, the people voted out don't like him, he wanted to make friends, and it kind of keeps building to a point where I think he's really insecure about it. He talks about how it really affected his life on the outside last time, and he's set on it, to the point where he won't compromise on Denise, on throwing votes on her. They lose their idols that way, and then he just outright leaves for it. And for me, even as someone who is obsessed with the gameplay, is largely watching the show for gameplay, this to me is the humanity beyond the game that so much of this season was built around. It supported that season theme, I thought, really strongly. It was such an interesting evolution from a character's perspective from Ben. That a lot of these kind of new school players had, and I mean, I would put it any other way. I think it spoke to something more important than the game, and that's what the season was trying to show.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that I got this from. I want to say it was from the exit interviews that I did at the end of the season. The next day, we get phoners with the final five. I'm pretty sure that Ben did not want to go and be the zero vote finalist in the final draw. And he had such a negative experience with his first time through when he won, and then it's oh, you just found the idols, and you shouldn't have won. And I just think that was his worst case scenario, to go to the final three and then just get chewed out by the jury of, what did you even do, Ben? And I just think that
everything they said about you was right. You are a bad winner. I think that would have been a lot for him.
Yeah, you stink, Ben. And I think that he really, especially on the heels of making that mistake where that costing him the idol, I just think that he wanted to just like, okay, let me give up my spot to Sarah. And I think that, Taryn, that's a move that maybe we don't see in a season where everybody hasn't won before already.
I mean, it's certainly possible that we don't see it. I think it's possible that we could, but I think that it's for me, it's the journey. It's you know, it wasn't what people wanted to see, but it's what happened. It's something that doesn't happen very often, and this is a winner. This is a winner of the show, who was severely impacted by his win, by the response to his win. He comes on this season and clearly is not very respected by his peers either, right from the get-go. And that's something that, you know, Tony and Sarah and a few others are able to, in a way, take advantage of, and in another way, you know, fill that hole for him. And I think that he's never able to crawl out of the, you know, the hole that he's in. Of the you know, the shame of, you know, not winning the right way, and really in a lot of ways, and I know that people have their own issues with Ben, but I think the general sentiment against Ben was primarily because of factors outside of his control. I mean, he wasn't the one that like asked for the fire making twist, but people are often very upset with Ben that it happened. And you can be upset with Ben for other reasons, but that is certainly one of the primary reasons the general sentiment is so anti-Ben. And so, you know, he comes onto the season. He's you know, he's trying for a while. He's trying to be his own player and play his own game. But it doesn't really work. And instead he gets in with this crew, with people who accept him for who he is. And I genuinely think that, yes, I don't think he wanted to be a zero vote finalist. I think that there was a lot of that involved, but I also do genuinely think that part of it too was, you know, like, you know what? I reject this. You know, I reject this judgment. You know, I'm gonna make the decision that I think is right. And you're right. I think I've won $1 million. I like winning again would be great, but I like that was life-changing money for me. And
you don't say $1 million goes quick, but yeah.
That's true. But like, you know, like I think that in making the move that he did, and you can agree with it or not, I think it's an attempt to shed that judgment and go his own way instead of trying to follow what people want him to do. Like people wanted him to like.
I guess I'll
Welcome to Togetsu.
Huh? Hello. This isn't what I expected at all.
Lady Hanabi Ichijo, we are forever in your uncle's debt.
Yes, thank you. So, what does he do for you again, my uncle?
He mainly provides us with food and medical supplies, and we give him resources in return.
Resources.
Thank you for this warm welcome. I didn't expect it on an unannounced visit. So we...
You are interested in our knowledge, yes?
Huh?
You are a special guest. Please come with me.
It seems we're being welcomed in, though I don't know why.
You could say it's a stroke of luck, but that's a little too convenient.
It looks like they know we're here for information.
It seemed like they knew about Yuito and me too. I don't see anything or anyone strange around us, but there are many things I can't see.
It honestly doesn't feel right to me, but we won't know anything unless we keep going. Let's follow those people. Sugumi, let us know the moment you notice anything. You too, Wataru.
Got it.
Copy that. Be careful. Look at all of them. It's amazing. Are these real books? If I could, I would like to read them all.
I would end here, but it doesn't seem like there's a save point.
What is this place?
Please speak to history. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
Speak? Who are we supposed to speak to?
Besides us, there's no one else in this room. Oh, maybe she means we should read the book on that desk.
What is it that you seek?
Kyoka?
What's going on? Why is there an image of Kyoka?
Name, Kyoka. One relevant result. I will provide information about Kyoka Eden. Kyoka Eden is one of the design children created in Togetsu.
Design what? What does this thing mean, created?
Design children. I've heard that phrase before. If I'm not mistaken, they're people that were designed with specific genes for desired outer appearance and physical ability.
I looked into it too. It's basically what Luca said, but it says it's just a theory and impossible to implement.
Yes, it's kind of hard to believe. How could a mere religious group have such advanced technology? And how could Kyoka be one of them?
I've never heard that she was involved with Togetsu, but this vision really does look like her.
This form is not Kyoka Eden. It is Dr. Hitoyo Pope, the expert in neuroscience and power research, and founder of the Togetsu faith.
What? So you're saying Kyoka and Dr. Pope have the same face?
Yes, Kyoka Eden was created based on Dr. Pope.
Dr. Pope made Kyoka?
No. Dr. Pope passed away nearly 2,000 years ago, and is no longer with us.
2,000 years ago? The Togetsu faith is that old? That's the same time that New Himuka was founded.
Oh, I see. So, does that mean there's information here on New Himuka from that period? Huh?
The moon watches over you.
It's gone.
It felt like we were having a conversation with it. But I think this is just a database searching terminal with voice controls. And from the looks of it, this terminal doesn't have permission to answer Yuito's last question.
So, can we just try to sit somewhere else?
It doesn't seem too dangerous. Whether or not the information is accurate is another matter.
Right. Okay, let's try another terminal.
Okay. What am I doing here? Wait. This way? Or, oh, to a terminal. Fuck, okay. I didn't intend on this going this long. So this is kind of annoying. So
What is it that you seek?
Where should I start? Let's see. What was New Himuka like when the country was first founded?
New Himuka. I will provide information on the country's history. New Himuka was founded 2,020 years ago on Earth as a nation of Ark citizens.
Ark citizens? What's that?
The title of the colonists that came to Earth from the moon.
What?
From the moon?
Yes. In the beginning, mankind prospered on Earth. But let us take a look at what happened 3,000 years ago. Environmental changes caused by a shift in the Earth's orbit drastically decreased the human population for a period of time. Humans emigrated to the moon and built a city there to ensure the survival of their species.
What is this, fucking near?
From there, they moved forward with renovating Earth's environment.
What are you saying?
After the 1,000-year renovation project, Earth's environment became mostly inhabitable again. So a group of colonists were dispatched from the moon. They were the Ark.
I'm not sure I'm quite getting it. You're saying people moved from the Earth to the moon and then came back down to Earth?
Wait a minute, I can't keep up.
They dispatched colonists. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you mean that a group of people were selected to leave the moon?
That is right.
If that's true, then there are still people on the moon. right?
What did you say?
Huh?
The moon watches over you.
Oh. What do you think?
I gave up trying to understand halfway through.
It's so absurd that I almost want to believe it's just a Togetsu fairy tale.
There's no mention of it at all in my info network. It's probably just some religious scripture of Togetsu.
If colonists founded New Himuka, then the founding father, Yakumo Sumeragi, came from the moon.
Hang on. Your ancestor came from the moon?
If what this vision says is true, all the people on Earth are descended from colonists from the moon.
If all that stuff about the moon is true, that means New Himuka is hiding this information.
Is there some kind of reason they don't want anyone to know? I'm like high-key afraid of the other terminals now.
Well, I'm done sitting here.
I feel someone watching. No one should be there, though.
It appears we should remain vigilant.
Let me give it a try.
What is it that you seek?
Continuing from before, are there still people currently living on the moon?
I cannot properly answer that request.
Why not?
At this time, all communications with the moon are suspended.
Suspended? Oh, the extinction belt.
Yes. Due to the effects of the extinction belt, no information from the moon reaches Earth.
Huh? But with the extinction belt there, the colonists wouldn't have been able to come down from the moon. They'd be attacked by others.
No. When the colonists made their descent from the moon, the extinction belt did not exist yet.
It appeared after the colonists came to Earth?
Yes, that is correct.
We were taught that the extinction belt was born in the spring of extinction.
That happened when the nation was founded.
The colonists came to Earth, then the extinction belt appeared, and New Himuka was founded. That lines up. That being said, that isn't enough proof for us to believe it.
So the others appeared with the extinction belt.
That is incorrect. The others suddenly started appearing long after the extinction belt appeared.
What? It wasn't at the same time? But aren't others born in the extinction belt?
The moon watches over you.
Now I really do feel like the moon is watching me.
The others are even more mysterious now.
Gemma, are you alright?
Yeah, but I just can't get myself to believe all of this. How about everyone else?
I can't go along with it either, but all we can do for now is accept it and try to get more information.
There's one more terminal. We need to learn all we can while we're here.
Do the rest of you feel something strange?
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Then I'll sit.
What is it that you seek?
Let me try being direct this time. What exactly are others?
I cannot access the information you seek here. Access to Babe is necessary.
Babe?
So the terminals here can't answer.
That may be true, but the vision hasn't disappeared. Also, I'm sure you've all realized by now. Isn't it weird that our random questions and the permissions of the terminals all lined up?
So, you're saying Togetsu has some kind of plan here?
I'm sure they do, but I don't know what it is.
The reason we came here is to gather any information we couldn't find in Suo or Seiron. Maybe they knew about that? Of course, this could all be made up.
But what happens if we match everything we heard to Major General Fubuki's plans? Will we just tell everyone that we came from the moon? There's no proof. They'll laugh us out of every town.
You're right. Even if it is true, it was 2,000 years ago. That's ancient history to us now.
Yeah, I think so too. We need information to appeal to the people's current sense of danger.
I will provide information on current sense of danger.
Huh?
Kunad Gate, the pseudo-black hole that appeared above Kunad Highway. That is called the Kunad Gate.
It's talking about that localized gravitational anomaly. There actually hasn't been much news about that. What's dangerous about it?
This gravitational anomaly is continuing to expand daily, and is expected to consume Earth in the near future.
What?
The Earth is gonna be swallowed by the Kunad Gate?
The Kunad Gate is expected to expand in response to the power of Yuito Sumeragi. It is likely that the destruction of Earth is unavoidable.
Why is it mentioning Yuito?
The destruction of Earth. And you're saying it's Yuito's fault? That's ridiculous.
But there is nothing to fear. All will be saved if you trust in the teachings of Togetsu.
Hang on. What about my power? What does the Kunad Gate have to do with me?
The Kunad Gate is a trivial problem. The correction of the incorrect universe is essential to create the true future. Souls return to Mother Moon. The moon watches over you.
Hey!
Don't let what it said bother you. It was probably just trying to scare us.
The Kunad Gate. I did indeed hear that hole is pulling in things around it.
So, it's saying the hole will get bigger and swallow the Earth?
No, it's dangerous to take that at face value. Yuito, I know hearing your own name shocked you, but this might be a trap. We can't let ourselves be misled.
Yeah, it doesn't feel true. But if what they're saying is true, could that be the reason why Kasane tried to kill me?
Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm fine. There isn't any proof, but it might be best for me to talk to Kasane, just to make sure. But if I find out that it is indeed true, and the Kunad Gate is linked to my power in some way, what am I gonna do?
Okay, we're done checking the terminals. But I wonder what this babe, the last terminal mentioned, is.
Yeah, I wonder what it meant by that.
I see you seek information on Babe.
Sure.
You scared me.
I would like there to be a save point, but I guess there isn't, so fuck
Please
it.
proceed through the door in front of you. Babe awaits.
Sorry, but what is Babe?
The city computer managing Togetsu. Similar to Arahabaki and Suo.
They have something like that?
This way, please.
This is suspicious, no matter how you look at it.
Outsiders would in no way be allowed access to a system on the level of Arahabaki.
And you gotta wonder, why would such a small religious group need a computer like that too?
Leaving now is not an option for us. Let's just see what this Babe terminal thing is.
There's a huge room on the other side of that door. I can see something. It appears to be a terminal.
Be careful. Our communications might get cut off.
Copy. We'll get out right away if things look bad.
It must be Babe. We don't know what might happen. Let's stay on our toes.
Is this the Babe terminal?
Yes. This way, Master Yuito. Babe will answer all of your questions. I'm sure you are having difficulty believing all you learned here today. That doubt will turn to belief if you speak with Babe. Please trust in the teachings. The moon is always watching over you.
Wataru,
That
do you
movie,
copy? No good. This room is cut off from Cynet.
Let's get the information we need and get out quickly. We're too vulnerable here.
Yeah. Let's start up the terminal for now.
Be careful.
Oh, I guess there's no vision of Dr. Pope this time. How do we get information out of this? This feels like an SAS. What is... I can't... My body...
Stop! What you're doing is too dangerous. Cut the connection now! Can you hear me, Yuito?
Kasane? The connection... Babe is trying to take over my brain?
Yuito?
Yuito!
Are you okay?
What just happened?
It seems like they were trying to hijack my brain. Thanks for disconnecting me.
We have to stop.
That believer was acting strange. They might have been after Yuito's brain from the very beginning.
Luckily enough, Yuito's all right. Let's give up on the info and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. But I wonder if they'll just let us leave.
Yuito, I forced myself in because I was nearby.
Kasane! You're in Togetsu too? Wait, before that, thanks for saving me.
Instead of thanking me, why don't you help me? Arashi and the others have been captured.
They have?
They're being held in some room, but I don't know which one. Are you in Babe's terminal? I want you to try to unlock all the doors in Togetsu from there.
Okay, I'll try.
What are they doing in Togetsu? No, I don't have time to think about that now. Babe is the computer that controls all of Togetsu, right? Maybe it can unlock all of the doors.
Why do you ask all of a sudden?
Kasane forced a brain talk connection with me. She said Arashi and the others are locked in a room somewhere.
What? Kasane's in Togetsu?
Is she after you again?
No, I only realized I was in danger because she warned me. She wouldn't have helped me if she was planning to kill me.
All right. It's unlikely that Kasane or her platoon are working with Togetsu. So something must have happened to them.
Luca?
We can't let Yuito be taken over. Don't worry. It looks like I can operate it normally.
Helping Kasane platoon is all well and good. But we have to make a plan to get ourselves out of here.
Right. If I just unlock this... That's to be expected. But this should let them escape as well.
Thanks, Luca. Everyone, let's get out of here.
Alright, fuck. That's what I got. Shit, we only have like 10 minutes.
And I'm connected.
So I'm hoping...
We're okay, but we might be in trouble. We need to get out of here.
Well, this isn't too long. We might have to abruptly end. And not... No, get you on tonight.
Coming. Stay on your toes. Move! Kasane?
Did she come with Kyoka? No, wait, this is...
Hey, quit messing around. Your way out's getting closed off.
I'm breaking through!
Oh, I thought we were about to get in the gameplay.
What was it that just attacked us? They look just like Kasane and Kyoka.
Design children.
So it's not just Kyoka. Kasane is one of Togetsu's design children too?
Can you think of another reason they'd have the same face?
I'll assume he would be one too,
Enemies
right?
approaching at 4 o'clock. Reinforcements, maybe.
There's no time to talk. Just focus on getting out of there.
Yeah, okay. Okay, there's a safe point here. Alright, we'll end here. I have to go to work, so yeah, we'll end here. Next episode continue on. For now, thank you for watching.